What is up, everybody? It's Destro. I'm playing some Skyrim yet again, and yeah, I actually killed a dragon like this because I got all my shit confiscated, so I've got to go steal it all again. I may have to go to a different city though, so I'm just gonna go ahead and play Skyrim in the black background while I talk about some Elder Scrolls. Dovahkiin. I'm going to talk about some Elder Scrolls Online stuff, and just kind of the things I would like to see integrated into the game. You know, they may already be there, but they also might not be there. And it's just kind of a video game, a video that okay, it's not good. Not gonna work. Yeah. What is up, everybody? It's Daxler and Destro with Daxler Gaming, and we are talking about some Elder Scrolls Online stuff. Elder Scrolls Online is just a new RPG coming out based off of the events that take place in, so far, the 5 Elder Scrolls games. It's supposed to be pretty cool. I'm signed up for the beta, and I believe that Destro is as well.
Yeah, it's going to be some exciting stuff.
Yeah, it'll be pretty sweet. Okay, hold on. Oh my goodness gracious. Can I even get over to there? No. Okay, I wrote some things down on my, in Microsoft Office, you know, things I was going to talk about, but it's covered with Skype, and I really don't want to exit out of it and record and start recording again. So, one thing I would like to see is, a fast track system, a limited one though, a pretty limited one. With Skyrim, you can take a carriage anywhere you want to. You really can. Right outside of Whiterun, you know, the beginning city that you first go to. Okay, what the hell? Okay, so I want to see a limited edition of the fast track system, and another thing I would like to see is I don't want mounts to be too much of a big deal in Skyrim, because in WoW mounts are a pretty big deal. Getting your first mount is pretty exciting. You know, it used to be a lot more exciting when you got it at level 40, but now that you get it at level 20 and level 40, it's a little bit less exciting. But there's so many mounts in WoW that it's just so hard to focus on, you know, other things in the game. I think I would like to see just a few of them. Maybe horses. Horses should definitely be there, because, you know, I don't know if there are many other mountable living things in the Elder Scrolls Online, or in the Elder Scrolls series. So
I would like to see where you can actually take control of a stagecoach kind of thing, because I know in Skyrim you could not hop onto the stagecoach, but I think that would be interesting.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. And what do you think about combat?
Combat, I don't know. I'm weird when it comes to combat. I kind of like how the combat is set up in Guild Wars 2. Like how it is all about how you have your cooldowns timed and you actually have to dodge. But then again, I like how it's more about luck, kind of, where you actually have to swing at their head to take out a head, or something like that would be probably the best for a Skyrim-based game.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you on that. I would love to see a very intense combat system, and what I mean by that would be, if you've played Skyrim and Oblivion and Morrowind, I even got to play Daggerfall, which is the second one, and as well as Arena. You can download them pretty much anywhere. And so I played them, and they were always really working towards a very intense combat system. And I like to bring up Ion right now, actually, because Ion did a great job when it came to combat. And okay, okay, what's going on? My downloading, my recording is going extremely slow. Ion, when you swing, it just makes it seems so epic. You're swinging across. When you actually shield block, you actually literally jump up and smash your shield into the guy. And I think that's a place that World of Warcraft failed, but I think that's a place that Ion did a great job. And I think that ZeniMax, who is actually developing the game right now, they could definitely learn from that and take that away from the games. And I think a lot of people would love to see a very intense combat system, and I think that'd be pretty cool to see. Just a very you can just have fun by getting on and running around killing stuff. And I can have fun on Ion just by just getting on and running around the outer shell of Verteran, which is the place you go after hitting level 10, and just killing stuff. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. And one thing I don't think that they will have in Elder Scrolls Online, but I do think will, I hope that doesn't arise, is flying mounts.
Oh yeah, that could ruin it.
I don't think that flying mounts should ever be a part of Elder Scrolls Online, because in WoW it was good that you could go to the Burning Crusade area and fly around, and then Northrend you could fly around. But Cataclysm brought a whole new world exploration tool, which was being able to fly in Azeroth, Eastern Kingdoms, and on Calamander. Okay, and I just think that it kind of gave way to a lot of ease in the game. If you wanted to go and explore the world, there was a achievement. World of Warcraft had an achievement system. And if you wanted to go and explore the entire world, you wanted to explore Eastern Kingdoms, Calamander, Burning Crusade, which would be Outland, and Northrend, along with the Cataclysm areas, Vash'ir, Oldham, Deepholm, Twilight Highlands, and I think that's it. And then Pandaria. If you wanted to discover those, I'm not kidding you, it took me about 2 days of playing 3 hours a day to get that with my flying mount. And I only had 280% flying speed. I didn't have the 310 for the extra 10,000 or 4,000 gold or whatever it was. It was so easy, and getting to places and being able to help people was great. It was great. It was fantastic. But at the same time, it kind of made the game kind of seem like they were just trying to get players, and they weren't trying to attract a certain audience. And at the same time, games have to attract people from different audiences, and they have to get around using certain things to attract certain audiences. And so I don't know what you think about that, Destro, when it comes to flying mounts and stuff.
I would agree mostly with you. Although I will say, like, I know they're going to have it's all about the big struggle at over Cyrodiil, and whoever controls it becomes the king and stuff like that. Now, I would like to see where maybe they take like 1 or 2 guys who from Skyrim basis and give them a flying dragon as like just a siege tool to use, but it's not like a movement system.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
So it's based on PvP, kind of.
Yeah. The only thing I'd have to say to that is the fact that Elder Scrolls Online is actually taking place 1,000 years before Skyrim. So I don't know if they could very well do that and bring forth something that we haven't seen in any of the games before, which would be kind of cool to be introduced to something that we haven't seen in any of the games. That would be really cool. I think that would be great. And then did you have anything else to say on that before we move on?
Not really. No, I don't think they should add a movement type of mount for flying.
Okay. All right. Let me think. What else did I? Oh, okay. So when you play Skyrim, as you probably know, you can walk into a shop, you can break in, and you can steal stuff. You can steal whatever you want, as long as you're careful. So, do you think that, would you like to be able to do that kind of stuff? Would you like to be able to, hey, you know what? That guy's got a sword I want. I'm gonna go steal it.
Not really, because then you're going to get the people who are just like bugging the snot out of like high level, high geared people who worked really hard to get the gear and all they do is steal it and they're like, oh yeah, I worked so hard for this. When all they did was take it from someone.
Okay.
But from like in like NPC shops and stuff, yeah, that would be cool. Because then it gives you that chance to, oh, you might get caught, but you have the chance of getting something really
Well, no,
awesome.
yeah, I don't think you should be able to steal from other players in the game. I'm talking about like if you go in Skyrim, if you walk into a shop and you wait until a certain time, you can go and you can take it off the shelf.
Yeah, that would be enjoyable to see.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
that's really the Skyrim basis of, well, not even Skyrim, the whole Elder Scrolls basically
Yeah.
that you can do.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. And then that goes along with basic world interaction in Skyrim. What the hell? In Skyrim, you can do anything you want. You can go and you can sit in the chairs, and I know in World of Warcraft you can do that, and in Ion you can do that. But world interaction is being able to go in there, search through a barrel, and maybe put something in there, and then somebody would be able to come along and take it out of that barrel.
There's been talk amongst the
And
gods.
I don't know if they are going to integrate that. I believe that they are. I think that they already have plans to integrate that if they haven't. Because they want it to be a world interactive system. They don't want you. I think the way that Paul Sage, the director at ZeniMax, explained it was, you're in most MMOs, in most MMORPGs, you are a resident of that virtual world. You are not a part of it. But with TSO, TESO, ESO, whatever you want to call it, they want you to be able to interact with your world, and not just to be running around doing quests, but you are actually part of the world.
Which is sticking the name is to the Elder Scrolls series and keeping away from the World of Warcraft type gameplay.
Yeah, and I think that should be just fantastic because that's definitely something that we have yet to be able to see in
Welcome.
an
We've got
MMO
small weapons
and
as
an
well as
RPG
big.
because
Take a look.
that would be so sweet to be able to walk through and
it would be nice, like, say your friend's not on, but you guys have a secure location to drop items to trade.
yeah.
You can just drop there, log off, and he can get it whenever he logs on. Stuff like that.
Yeah,
So-
that would be so cool. I think that would add a whole new level to the game. And I think that would be just really sweet to see. And then, hold on. I think. So we talked about the combat system. We talked about fast travel. And what are your basic hopes for the game?
My basic hopes is over time, as it grows, it doesn't become like typical MMO where they expand it to the point where it's not even like the original game, but they keep it its own like separate type of game.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, I would agree. I would definitely agree. I think that
Good doing business.
original. I'm using World of Warcraft, and I'm using mainly World of Warcraft as an example because I played the game for 5.5, 6 years with my brother, and we played every expansion. I played pre-BC. I played Burning Crusade. I played Wrath of the Lich King and Cataclysm.
Skyrim and your people. What say you in your defense?
And I played pre-BC, and then I came back Miss Pandaria, and it was just totally different. once I
Yep.
restarted, it was just I don't even know the game anymore, and that just got me uninterested in it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, well, in pre-BC as well as Burning Crusade, it was a very intense game. I don't know how many, if you're watching this, I don't know how many people have played pre Burning Crusade World of Warcraft, but it was extremely intense. It was extremely competitive. World of frickin' PvP was you would PvP for hours. You would PvP for hours to get anywhere, and when it came to raiding, oh damn, you were on for a really long time, a really long time. You were raiding, you were getting gear, you were getting you were getting herbs, you were getting enchantments, and there was so much stuff that went into the game. But as the game evolved and as it grew older, they had to change some things to get a wider audience. Changing things like they added the achievement system. Wrath of the Lich King brought the achievement system, I do believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Wrath of the Lich King brought the achievement system, and that brought a whole new player base of achievement whores. Achievement whores isn't. I don't mean that in a derogatory way, but achievement whores are just people who play a game solely for achievements. And I think that that's something that changed the game. If I could take the achievement system out, I would take it out in a heartbeat, because it took away from the real meaning of the game. And the dungeon finder and raid finder, absolute bullcrap. I think so. And that's coming from I'm a WoW veteran. I've played the game for a long time. And so I think that I agree with you in the fact that I would hate to see Elder Scrolls Online change the way that it started. Even if they don't, obviously they have to make money, and they've got to make some changes in order to bring people to make money and stuff. But at the same time, I want Elder Scrolls an Elder Scrolls Online game to do justice to what Bethesda has done for the series in just creating some amazing games.
I totally agree with everything you said. But I would also like to say, what I would like to see happen is kind of like something we normally don't see, where in Skyrim with the new Hearthstone, I think it was, that gives like whole new wide to building a house and stuff, but seeing like a shop where you're able to make a player-based shop inside like a controlled area, so they stock it with whatever they want to sell to other players.
Gotcha. Yeah, it should be interesting to see how the game turns out. And what do you think about when it comes to crafting? What are your expectations and desires for crafting?
I liked how the crafting system in Guild Wars 2 worked. It was based on, it's not on like certain things up to a certain level will give you a new level. Every item would give you experience, and once you hit enough experience, you would go to the next crafting level.
Gotcha.
And so I'd like to see that. That way, like, it's not, oh, you just have to farm this many materials just to get up a level to a certain level to craft a new thing.
Definitely. And I don't want to see repetitive crafting, where you have to sit there and craft the same thing over and 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 over, just to get further into that profession, that crafting trade. I'd like to be able to see some variety. There are too many examples of crafting systems where you've got to craft the same thing over and over and over to get anywhere when it comes to that trade skill or that profession and that crafting. I think that I really hope that ZeniMax just is really trying to give their own touch, as Bethesda always had.
And that's a great point. I don't think I know anyone actually who actually kind of like the repetitive building or crafting and stuff like that. Because after a while, it just gets boring of making the same thing just to get up to a higher level to make you new stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I want to see a really huge variety of items when it comes to crafting, and even stuff that you find, just like stuff that you find within the game. I think it'd be really cool to see. Sorry, I had to kill this guy. I had to kill him because he was gonna send me to jail. I want to see a huge variety of things that play into the game that make the game one of its own and make the game so unique. And I think they have to, because it's Elder Scrolls. I don't think they would do the game justice unless they really put some thought into what drops from monsters and stuff like that. So, anything else about that?
No, I think we base covered all of it.
Okay. Let me kill this dragon. Die, infidel! Okay, hold on, I gotta... Oh, snap. Alright, cool. And then, is there anything else you wanted to mention real quick, Destro?
Nope. I think we basically covered what I wanted to say.
And then when it comes to exploration of the actual world, what do you think? What do you think? Should there be an achievement system? Do you think a very small one or a very large one, if any?
I think there should, but it's not like, don't make it a big deal kind of achievement system.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, it's not. Whereas in World of Warcraft, if you did certain things, you get a cool tabard or something like that. Like, I know you if you explore Northrend, I think it is.
Yeah, you got a really sweet looking tabard.
Yeah. Because then you're just going to get people who are spamming, just whoring all over the achievement system, and it's just going to be no fun.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would agree with you, but I think it should be. I think there should be one. I think it should be not too big, but also not too small, because you don't want it to be too big, as where people are sitting there achievement whoring for the entire time. I know that's how they play the game, but that's just something I would hate to see, is the game become an achievement whore's paradise. I think that there should be something that it's big enough to if you're bored in the game, if you're bored or something, you can just go try and do an achievement and come back and resume doing whatever you were gonna do. And I think it'd be cool to see a perfect balance when it came to achievements. Did you do any raiding in World of Warcraft?
I started to, but that's right when I started to quit, because I really didn't like the rating system.
Okay. Well, World of Warcraft raiding is a different story when it comes to instancing and grouping and taking out an objective. But you did a lot of dungeons. You and I did, because we did refer a friend all the way up to, for you up to 5, and for me up to 83, I believe, 82 or 83. So when it comes to instances and dungeons, I don't know if you heard, but they are really trying to apparently they are really trying to make dungeons and these keeps that you can take them out by yourself, or you can bring some friends, or you can bring 25 people if you want. I believe the max is 25, but if you so please, you can bring a shit ton of people and take it out. Obviously, it scales. Health scale along with difficulties scale. So, are you excited for that, or
depends on how they actually put it together. Whereas if it's just where I know I used to, hold on one second. where I used to, all I did was go in with a friend and you do a dungeon, you come out and you can press reset dungeons. And it reset the whole dungeon for you and you could do it again. And so people would just grind like gear and stuff out of it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to see that.
Gotcha.
I would want to see where you take it out and it's locked down for everyone or something, where it actually takes the whole keep out.
Okay. Okay. The only problem I
Although-
would say with
although-
that is,
yeah.
Sorry. Keep going.
Although the problem with that though would be people just hopping on early in the morning and taking all of them out.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
would maybe like every 2 hours or something, they would reset all the dungeons.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. The only I was actually gonna just say that. The only problem with that would be, the fact that the fact that people would be able to do that. They'd be able to get on there and take everything out, in one fell swoop. I'm not gonna do that. And so, I guess what I would like to add on to that is just kind of I would like to see a character-based lockdown instead of a world-based lockdown. And so,
Okay.
instead of it being locked down for everybody in the world, I would like to see it be locked down for, that person, for a certain time period or a certain, like hours or days or, I'm not one to put my input into that, especially specific details, but it'd be cool to see a unique system when it comes to that, where World of Warcraft, you could reset it. You could reset it 3 times every 2 hours or something like that, or 5 times every 2 hours, which is good. They had some lockdown on it, but when it comes to the actual system, you can sit there and farm it. Like I farmed in about 3 days. I ran Heroic Stonecore on my Paladin about 43 times, and I didn't get what I wanted to. I'm very unlucky with that, but I definitely did try, and I literally just sat there farming it and farming it and farming it and farming it and farming it. And so I think it was good, but they're definitely interesting that the way they had their loot tables worked out. And so, do you have anything to say about that before I talk about rating?
No.
Okay. Okay, so rating.
1 second though, let me go blow my nose.
Okay, rating. World of Warcraft rating, I've rated since the beginning. I didn't do much rating in pre-Burning Crusade, but I still played. And pre-Burning Crusade rating was pretty intense. I think I probably did once or twice, and it was very intense. It took me a really long time to even be able to, because everything, you got reputation and stuff, and it was very, very hard. And so I guess I would like to see that in Elder Scrolls Online. I don't want to see 12,000 different guilds or whatever you're going to call them, alliances, doing a raid in one night. World of Warcraft, you get onto a populated server, and they've got so many different people running the same raid and stuff. So, and obviously I don't want only one group, one set of people to be able to do that raid at any one specific time. But I would like to see a little bit of variety when it comes to, people being able to kind of change the way that things work with the rating system. And I think that a really cool and limited system should be integrated, where it actually takes some time to be able to raid. Not too much time, not where you have to grind reputation and grind experience in something in order to get into a raid or to even enter the raid. I don't think that should be implemented, but I think that there should definitely be a very fine line, skill-wise and gear-wise and group teamwork-wise, where you're almost there. I want there to be a fine line between, on one side of it, you won't be able to do it where you've got pretty good gear, pretty good skill, and a pretty good group. But on the other side, you're going to be able to do it where you have a really good group, a really good set of gear, and a really good set of skilled human beings or skilled players. So,
and I totally agree with you there. That definitely would make a great rating system.
yeah.
Greybeards
Yeah.
really were summoning you.
So, yeah, I think that may be all. Did you have anything to say?
No.
Anything else? Okay, great. So, are in the process. I was going to start uploading 1080 videos, but with the fact that it takes about 2-3 times as long to render them, and they are extremely huge files to upload to YouTube. If you check out the video right before this, you will notice that the audio is messed up, and that's due to rendering settings getting jacked up in the process. So I'm just going to I'm going to keep rendering to 720, which is pretty dang good quality. I'm not the best, but dang good quality. Rate, comment, subscribe, guys. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Watch some of the other videos. Watch from a previous video or the next video. We are hopefully going to get some League of Legends stuff uploaded as well, because Destro got me hooked to League of Legends when we went and checked out a gaming cafe not more than an hour away from us that just opened up. So
You there. We're looking for someone in White Rock.
You guys, like you said, like, comment, subscribe down below. We would always appreciate comments of what you want to see in the game, and what do you think would make it awesome and better.
Definitely. And I might share a download link to get Morrowind. I don't know you. It's actually a little contest if you want to play Morrowind. You can go ahead and register to win and get a free copy of Morrowind. Thank you for watching, guys. We really appreciate it. Look forward to more videos.